Hi-oh, beefer! Away!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Critcast presents Lockdown Throwdown number 2, round 2, baby. The first one was great, the second one just as good, in my humble opinion. We've got the semi-final of the Invite knockout bracket. It's going to be quite the doozy. It's going to be the follow-up to one of the best games of yesterday.
It was, like you mentioned before, this was a great matchup in the open rounds, and now we're out of that into the playoffs, and it's going to be an interesting one, I think. Playoff bracket on stream right now, and from the looks of it, if 6 can't get a Mert, I think they forfeited the match. I think they're calling it in. I think they threw in the towel. That's disappointing, man. I assume we'll be having a look into it. Well, for those who didn't watch, so Nerd Rage won 5-0 two rounds. It was completely stunning, and they're going to be in the final from the looks of it. So we're gonna see what's going to happen here. We may be taking a look at the Ascent Karnax game. You can see what's happening. We're going in with the Ascent Karnax game now. We are going to be transitioning to that in a moment. It looks like they are already live. So this is Lockdown Throwdown Day 2. We are in the semifinals. I am GrumpyKoi. I am joined by Beta, and we are getting started with actually what looks like a last push into Karnax's lap. And Papi actually gets a frag onto Karnax as we join in, Beta.
Yeah, it looks like it's more of a sack wave sort of thing going on. Both medics do have the Uber. We have the Sorter skip jumping in. Very deep, nice surf there, but medic is nice and secure in spawn there. Patchouli, he saw that coming from a mile away. You know, Sorter looked very graceful the way he just surfed all the way around there, but not able to get onto the medic. Bro's going to jump in here. Let's see if he can find the medic. He actually gets one nice rocket and sees actually feels the pressure and actually forces out. There's a great Uber force coming out from Bro. And that's going to be a nice Uber advantage, but they are in a situation where they need to push out a blast, and that's pretty uncomfortable here. So, Ascent, losing that Uber, that's bad, but there's a lot of ways this can go wrong for the Frenchies.
Yeah, they have to be careful when they're pushing out. Obviously, make sure that no one gets in behind, especially Tiger. They're actually going to use in now. This can be risky if they can't get the med.
Oh, they
and
get
Domo is the only one to go down though, so they have just given up advantage. And are they going to be able to get second of this with the demo pick? The demo pick.
Like they could definitely get a second point out of it if they're really fast, because there are no sticky traps, so you can just run through chokes really fast, but they need to be fast, and they aren't so far, but they have actually snuck their way into mid now with the 2 scouts just kind of barreling in here very quickly. But Seeds, he is nearing critical mass on these Uber charge here, and he actually is going to get forced again by Karnax, so he pops that out. But Julie's way outside, and Raph is actually in behind them as well, so they need to kind of deal with him before they can actually move forward here. So a bit of an awkward situation for both teams, I think.
And Domo nearly gets caught actually by Raph there, and it's a very scrappy situation. Now it's actually switched, and Karnax do have Papi behind, and Papi gets Raph, nearly gets the second. Actually, Deli goes down, 2 full damage from Papi. And Ascent now captain bombs in, deals some nice rockets onto that scout, but he is going to go down. He is going to get cleaned up, and still 1 player left for Karnax's team, but the Frenchies backing out into their lobby.
The Frenchies have Uber advantage, but they only have 2 players and a medic, so that's like, what do you do? Like, you can't kill the world with 2 scouts and a medic. It's very difficult to actually just chase down everyone without getting forced and all that. But it looks like they have managed to kind of stave off the pressure and not lose second. And they also held on to the Uber. They obviously lost the Uber advantage, but you don't really want to run into the enemy team with Uber advantage when you only have 3 players alive. So yeah, good kind of threading the needle there, finding the right response to that very awkward situation for them. And looks like Captain is looking to go in pretty aggressively here. Oh, it's going to be the Tiger play. He's in behind. He finds out an opening and he snuck his way in there.
He's slithering. He's looking for an opportunity. And Duo, he's looking for him as well. I think he spotted Duo, but oh no, he's going to have a 1v1. No, he's just bringing 2 players back, which is actually great because they've used that opportunity to send in Captain, but he's not going to connect to his man. And with Tiger coming out as well, Looks like they're just going to hold on to this mid.
Yeah, Raft played bodyguard there perfectly. He just absorbed all the damage there from Captain. So Captain unable to find the pick that he was looking for, which is of course the medic. But pretty good try there. Tiger has also as he managed to slide his way out of there, just back onto mid, no problem. So now we're just probably in a situation where they're going to try and see if they can run him behind again and sort of start over. You don't want to have a scout behind when you're down a soldier, but hey, might as well see if you can get him in here again. And they actually get down Dro very weak, and Tiger, he's just going to go in here very aggressively, but Nevo that takes him down, but Deli goes down as well.
Dice to spam.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see here. But actually, Captain gets hit by a really nice rocket there, just an upwards one, and he gets taken down. So all of a sudden, the pick advantage here is in favor of the Frenchies.
Yeah, and I think they're going to look to go into Valley here. Maybe come out of Flowers and bomb him, but they decide not. Papi actually going to get double bombed by these soldiers. He is... I'll be amazed if he... Oh, he nearly gets out with 8 HP. But they do chase the kill, but they put Patch so far forward that he's actually going to get forced. Siege now using himself. They're going to be chasing frags now. Classy looking to get onto Nevo. He's going to clean him up, and they're just going to cap. They don't want to go forward anymore. Afraid of that choke point. But Dwarf... Nah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he didn't sync up with his team there at all. He just kind of went in as quickly as possible, and there was just a scout in the doorway. No way he was ever going to get onto the medic there. So they're just going to push in through this left side very aggressively. Takes down the sentry gun. There will be a soldier coming in from the other side as well here, but actually Seeds has gone down to Raft. He found the angle there, and nice serve from Patchouli is going to make him survive as well. There's still a single scout. Could still get him, actually sort of putting pressure onto the point. And this medic is still in spawn, but yeah, Classy is just doing so much work. This is so uncomfortable. Patchouli, he needs to stay alive, and he does.
Deli pipe. He cleans up 2 very, very quickly with those pipe. And now Raf actually wants to bring this forward. We gets cleaned up. And Ascent already on the counter-attack, playing a very aggressive game. They're not backing out really, because they have the player advantage now with Raf going down. They've got respawners coming in, and they're going to keep the pace on their side.
This is very awkward. Like, they have this small loop advantage, but it's not very big. So they kind of just have to push out super fast, and they are going to pop it out here, but I think Seeds knows this is coming at all. I think Captain goes down, so that's a single pick, but very awkward situation, and they don't get the Uber Force or Medic.
No, but they get Patches out of the way, and they didn't lose that much. Only losing Captain means that they want to go in with this Uber. Actually, Domo's going to lead things off, try and trap them out as they're going in. They're going to get Raph, and with Classy actually chasing, with Soldier Tiger going in below again. Maybe looking for an opportunity to go behind. Now he's joined his team. And they're going to come in right with, even though they don't have Ubers, they know that they've got a little bit of pace on them. They're going to have to try and clean up that Heavy, who is cleaning house. They need to get Karnax down. Karnax is staying alive quite nicely, but they don't have anyone on the point. That's the first round to Ascent. Well played by them. Good repush, even though they didn't have Uber.
Yeah, absolutely. You just played the man advantage and just trusted the team DM and focus calls to do the work, and it did indeed. And it just kind of goes to show how difficult it is to push out of last with, like, when you have a man down, even though you have an Uber advantage, just being one down and trying to push out Sunshine last is very, very difficult, and they did a really good job there by Ascent, just holding on and then re-pushing when the push out failed.
Yeah, and Patch actually gets cleaned up by Pappy there, so already things looking good for Ascent. And Siege still alive, so they're looking quite strong on this mid. They need to make sure that they don't get collapsed on too much. They are losing players now, but it is still very much in advantage for Ascent. Raf's going to have to back out. Patch has just respawned, and yeah, it's looking good. That's a good mid from Ascent.
Yeah, I love the way they played that. They got that early medic pick, which was just like a good soldier bomb in, and you know, sometimes they will get the medic like that, and then you just completely retreated from mid, played way back in Flowers, just waited for everyone to just kind of run into them to not lose the medic. It was basically the 7 special. You know, get some sort of a crucial pick on mid, and then you just hang back and let Tiger and his co-scout just pick off everything. There's a single soldier hiding in the corner here trying to get the force up, but that's not the way they're going.
No, they're going in right. They took in Domo. Domo's a little slow on the... Oh, I was about to say a little slow on the rotate, but he actually got there just in time to deal damage. and deny all the people coming out. That's a nice, clean last push.
Very, very like smooth. They got in so deep, did so much work. They closed off the doors, got the kills that they needed to put time on the point immediately, and no one could actually get there in time. So very, very clinical round. Like all the way from the mid into last, it just felt like the Frenchies had no chance of ever getting a of stopping there. Fast soldier rollout here, very quick. Not going to be able to get Domo though.
No, Domo is going to stay alive, but look how bunched up they are. They run the risk of trying to come into this mid, getting a lot of damage because there's a lot of spacing in advantage for karnax as they go in quite large, but they do actually kill the man himself, and they've managed just with like pure DM to push them out. That was so well played by Ascent. They were in a situation where any other team could get collapsed upon, but they just kept themselves calculated, dipped in and out when they needed to, baited the bombs, and now actually turned it completely an advantage for themselves.
Yeah, Patch just gonna run out of here. You were definitely right. Like going through that choke from Flowers was very difficult. You know, like, if you don't play that right, you can just completely collapse there. But they just barely managed to get it out. And once they did, they did have the man advantage. So once again, it seems like they're very comfortable playing through Flowers. So Ubers are even now. Julie didn't die in this mid. So now it's just a matter of how will Ascent try to approach this. Look like they're going to run in some scouts on this side very aggressively. So just going to bomb in here to try and shut down the aggression. Yeah, nice job.
All of that was a bait for Captain to bomb in, and he manages just to get 2 clean rockets onto Patch. Nothing Patch can do for that, and now Ascent 100% Uber ad on this last. You know, if they push in like they have for the past 2 times, very, very cleanly, they'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. They have looked so strong. I think they're going right side again. There is a sniper, so they need to watch out a little bit. I think they saw the sniper out. Okay, they definitely saw him now. They're just going to pop prematurely.
Yeah, they haven't played as aggressive this time, but they need to clean up that sentry gun. There's no off classes coming out of any way at the moment until we see that pyro actually come out. No, that pyro just gets cleaned up so quickly by Tiger. Oh! That was scary. Tiger just didn't miss a single shot then at the end.
That was just boom, boom, boom all of a sudden. It was looking kind of...
He just John Wicked them.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. If only he had like a deagle, he could have just, headshot them all. But we'll just assume that that's what he did. Yeah, that was really good. Just kind of showing his DM prowess there at the very end of that fight. But the whole push was very, very strong. The only kind of problem was that they popped so early.
Yeah, it was a bit of shame on that, but now Wrath actually gets cleaned up behind, so does karnax. It's looking like Ascent are having a nice controlled mid again, not losing a single player. Tiger just chasing into second. He is getting joined in. He's going to chase and get a kill onto Duo. He went so deep for that frag, did not care.
Yeah, they actually have 0 time on mid here. They're actually waiting for a scout to get to it. So this could be a little bit weird. Like there's going to be some extra time here for the French to try and get the Uber Force out. And they are actually being pretty aggressive here in lobby. And I kind of like that. Poppy's actually going to jump in, skip jump onto the medic, pops him into the air, but dies before he can get off the second rocket. Good surf there from Patchouli again. I'm really enjoying his surf. It seems like he just hits him every single time. Second now is being popped or capped out now. But you can kind of see just how slowly this is all developing here for Ascent because they just chase so hard. I'm not sure it was quite worth it. I mean, they did get the soldier pick, but kind of so what. So maybe a bit too aggressively chased right now, but you know, they're ahead 3-0. They're kind of feeling themselves, and we're left with this uber stalemate once again. Like they didn't lose much here. I think they were just going for the medic kill, but they didn't quite manage to get him. Patch was just too fast out. So let's see if they do something different this time around. Like last time, they went in very aggressively on the left side. This time they're going to get the demo man killed. That's not what they wanted. And they're just going to get out of the lobby right now.
That's not the strat, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're just way ahead of us, Grumpy.
Yeah, maybe they've just got like a galaxy brain blade. Oh, I can't even say it. It's intelligent. But no, maybe they have some sort of amazing strat.
You wanted them on quickies, right? So you get him sniped. It's obvious. He's not on quickies, by the way.
Quickies with a double. No, this isn't Badlands, but quickie with the double spy last cap. That's what we need.
Yeah, it's not like a dive the point kind of map. It's not quite that. So yeah, quickies they don't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, you can clear the top right of stickies because they're pretty obvious. Like there's walls all around, so you can kind of get stickies to hit other stickies pretty easily. So you can get someone through there for free if you want. Poppy's going to try and get way in here, and we're going to get a counter sack. It looks like he's definitely moving out here, trying to see if he can find an opening, and he does find an opening. Gets shot way in there, surfed the enemy rocket into seeds, but only managed to get off one rocket onto him. But that was a smooth ass surf there on the counter sack from Duo.
Yeah, it was had a lot of pace on it. I imagine Seeds was sweating a little bit to that. I would be.
Yeah, have you ever just stood in a super safe place and then a sort of just like double rocket jumps? Yeah, like how do you do that? Well, yeah, he just perfectly synced his own rocket up with Poppy's rocket, hitting him, so he just flew into seed. That was actually super nicely executed by Dwell. Just unfortunately didn't quite have the time to kill off the medic. But Tiger, he's gonna go sniper now, which is better than what I've seen Tiger do sometimes, where he just keeps suiciding in a scout and like murders his own KD for like super low percentage plays. Having a sniper, like, it's pretty likely that he just gets some body shots here and there and get some damage done, maybe get some picks that can enable his team to put on a ton of pressure. And Ascent, they are a team that are good at applying pressure once they have a small advantage.
100%, but I'm kind of not seeing that huge of an impact out of Tiger right now. He's just dealing body shots. He's trying to get an angle, but Nevo's holding down a lot of the angles he wants to peak as well. So you can tell. Oh, that was so close. Gets the body shot. Tries to go for the second. Nevo just strafing left and right. This is a classic sniper. Nevo actually ends up getting the headshot on the Tiger. Yeah, tells him to leave.
Yeah, this right side where like the barrels are in the way. That's a really good defensive sniper spot, because the defensive sniper can look over the crates, and then after he's fired, he just crouches and the enemy sniper can't fire back at him. So that's a really nice angle for the defensive sniper. And yeah, you kind of see it there, kind of wins out. So Tiger is going to continue to kind of scratch his chin, trying to think, well, what can I actually do here? And Sunshine Lads can be a very tough nut to crack, but I will also say, like, they don't need to do anything. Like, they can just sit around and wait for the round to reset. They're ahead 3-0, so that's probably some of the basis of the boredom that I think we're gonna intensely experience for the next 6 minutes.
I think karnax is starting to lose it a bit. He's just shooting into the roof.
Oh yeah, this kind of reminds me of. I don't know if you remember at Sweeland when Eric, he's actually getting some double sorter bomb in there, almost takes down him.
Look at Nevo.
But like Eric, he would he just went spy, then he sat in the corner, and then he just plus bound something, like look around, so he just like spun in circles for like a solid 2 minutes. that's how you play Sunshine Last. But we do have the spy, and Nevo, he's in. Did he get bumped, or did he actually move?
I think he moved. They have no idea. They must.
Like the Devilman bumped him after, I think. Oh, he's uncloaked. Yeah, they're shooting at him. Okay, he's not as sneaky as you think he is.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
No, yeah, they found him out in the end, and actually they bled one player. They nearly bled karnax as well. And Tiger's just starting time, surfs that rocket very quickly. Actually, Classy goes in and gets patched. Oh no, you can't let Ascent do that. You can't push in and then show any remorse, otherwise they will just chase you down. And that's exactly what they did, bringing this to 4-0. This is such a one-sided match.
Yeah, this is not close at all. Looks like Ascent, they're not that great at pushing last when it's even Ubers and like forcing out the medic, but they're great at holding second and then re-pushing into last. That's kind of their whole game right now, it seems.
Let them make the mistake, I think, is the mentality they have right now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, on this mid right now, a lot of height taken up, but Patch is actually going to get cleaned up by Captain. The god tier jumper strikes again, and Classy gets piped and slapped into the earth. But it's looking like Nevo and Karnax are going to have to fight pretty much the world right now, and Karnax is going to get cleaned up, and Tiger's then just going to rush down Nevo and win it out.
Yeah, very clean mid there from Ascent. Just once you get that key pick, they're just so difficult to get an advantage on. Like Classy and Tiger are very, very scary scouts to run into to try and kind of make up for an advantage that you just lost. And once again, you're going to have this full Uber advantage. Second point going to fall for sure. And it's just going to be a matter of Ascent just coming in here. And they have been so effective on these pushes, Grumpy. I'm feeling pretty scared that this is just going to be a 5-0 roll. And here comes this push.
Yeah, no, they're pushing in quite cleanly. Huge amount of space created by Domo. And yeah, that's it, 5-0.
Yep, Scout on point. Clears out some stickies. The stickies got that a little bit too early. And once again, once they have these super advantages pushes on last, I feel like they're 100% on those. They just immediately won. Very, very clean. So that's going to be a 1-0 score for Ascent. They need 2 maps to move on to the final to face off against Nerd Rage, who will be ice cold because they haven't been playing for a while.
Any predictions on this?
I'm going to go with a 4-1.
So yeah, we'll be going over in a second. I think it's going to be 3-2 to Ascent. Yeah, well, welcome everyone to the second map. Lockdown, Throwdown, semi-final between Ascent versus Karnax's team. I can't pronounce the full thing because my French is terrible, but we are going to be going in, and Pappy's going to start things off, creating some space for his team. There's Duo actually gets cleaned up in the backlines as well, and Captain slithered his way behind. He's going to get cleaned up, so they've just traded players for players. Tiger is very far forward, but Deli's actually going to go down to Domo, and now the positioning for the Frenchies not the greatest, but they are going to clean up Tiger. They are going to then rotate out, and it looks like Karnax is going to go down, Raf down as well, and Ascent win this mid.
Indeed, they kind of spread out there quite a bit, the Frenchies at the very end. If Karnax had not gone down there, it would be way more comfortable for them to actually hold this second point. But as it is right now, there's going to be a bunch of holes here for Ascent to actually abuse if they want to actually try to go for it. Classy has made his way through, and so has Domo. You can see Captain's kind of waiting on the flank. They're trying to see if he can get in, and he is going to come in now. He's onto the medic, gets a nice rocket onto a big surf there from Patchouli, but he's still getting forced out. So that is kind of the man disadvantage coming into play here, and it is going to be the counter over here. Tiger or Classy, he's totally not going to kill that scout. Okay, a bit of a beef there from Classy, but overall, still, Ascent they end up winning that whole fight.
Yeah, and now they're already showing face towards last. Pappy's causing a bit of distraction. Karnax on the heavy, trying to stop the horde that is Ascent, but Tiger comes into the side, does clean up that heavy very, very quickly, and now Tiger just jumping around them is going to end up going down, and that's the end of that push. They're backing out into second, maybe looking to catch some players out as they start exiting. Pappy's actually very, very far forward, takes a direct from Duo. Duo's actually looking a bit better, is going to win that 1v1, and they're going to cap out second and push Ascent into mid.
Fantastic push out there, just held on last, and then re-pushed back out. So fantastic showing from them. They still haven't won that elusive mid, but yeah, they can definitely hold on from last. They've shown this plenty of times. So now we're going to be left with this even Uber situation right now, and this is a very different map in the way that you play the second point than what you see on Sunshine. There's this lower area where you need to be very careful. A soldier can sneak in really deep and then just immediately jump onto the medic. The medic will usually be holding around the fence or the little, what's that little truck called?
Forklift.
Forklift, that's the one it's called. Thank you. Right.
No worries.
Yeah, but basically, if you can just kind of look at it as 2 tiny little corridors, and it's very easy for rockets to splash a medic there.
Oh, Captain!
Another insane serve from Patchouli as well, though. Wow.
Yeah, but he got such good help, and now Karnax has got. Captain did a great jump, and then he got caught by like a rocket and he just surfed that into the med.
Yeah, he saw what Dwo did on last map. He's like, I can do that better.
You challenged me with jumping, sir?
Yeah. Oh no, this demo man's getting fucked there. Okay, Tiger actually got baited there, so he saw the demo man and he saw red. He's like, oh, he's mine. It was like plus forwarded into him, but Deli managed to surf his pellets out. It's actually kind of interesting how much you can actually surf a scattergun in this game, you know?
Oh, as meta used to do it all the time. You can actually get some really decent like distance out of a scattergun shot if you time it correctly.
And then Captain once again actually does a nice little skip jump in there, and that will take down Dwo, who's a bit too far forward there in Toxic. So now they're gonna have this man advantage, and now this is the kind of situation where Asota can sneak his way in from lower, sorry, because that is maybe something that they can't quite keep track of. See Poppy on top, Captain on lower, and actually Wrath goes down as well. This is just getting more and more uncomfortable here for the Frenchies.
But they are holding on relatively well. They're not rotating enough and realizing that, you know, there hasn't been the calls towards Tiger, and Tiger's had a lot of free range to snipe and get people low. And he got Deli very, very low, but they're actually going to have an Uber exchange on second here. Now they're going to be focusing on cleaning out players. Deli is actually going to go down, and it's looking a lot better for Ascent. Nevo actually separates from Patch, but in doing so, gives Patch the opportunity to back out onto his last. So what looked like a kind of bad decision, turns out that they were all chasing him instead of Patch. But Raph gets cleaned up very, very quickly.
There's a back gap going on here as well with the scalp, but no, he gets taken down.
And they're going to cap that out 1-0.
Yeah, that was a very close fight. Seeds like barely managed to catch Captain in that fight on the point on second. Like he was like millimeters of health. I want to say like 5 health or something, and Seeds just caught him, and that completely turned the tide of the battle. And then they just kind of rolled that in there. Even with a sniper, they had enough juice in them here. But let's see if the French can actually win a mid here, GrumpyKoi.
And starting things off, Dwo actually times a jump really, really nicely, but does get cleaned up by Tiger. And now Tiger's chasing frags himself. Captain got in behind, vice versa, and is looking for an opportunity to come out, but it has been their desire. Oh, Captain comes in with the cleanup, but it's looking like, unless Tiger was in God mode there, 6 HP, starts cleaning up, and actually things are quite equal right now. It's a soldier and scout.
So insane by Deli though. Like he just airshot people so much. He got like the fastest 4K on the mid.
Deli's a beast. Like he's an actual beast.
Yeah, and so is Nevo. Look at that. Takes down Poppy. Tiger's still shocking around. You know, he wants him to go down as well. And is this going to be it? The Frenchies win mid. It does take forever to cap mid, but looks like they're actually going to get it.
So that's one. So your prediction has been fulfilled. So we need a second one for me to be right. And I love being right, Bia.
I think it's okay.
You think it's okay? Yeah, but you're usually right, alright?
Oh no! My god, no! Just stop that. That was just like a pipe sticky combo there. Just completely murdered Deli and Rap. And now, of course, we're going to see the counter aggression.
They must have been feeling so confident from winning that mid that they didn't check stickies. And they lost.
Yeah. I mean, there weren't a whole lot of stickies. It was mostly because like a pipe hit them as well. But yeah. Like,
unfortunate.
Yeah, Pachuli's going to get forced very soon. There we go. He actually almost dies.
Almost, but with that Uber exchange, oh my god!
Oh, Patty, so close to killing
Tiger's in. Oh, gets whoa, saving Patch.
They both live? Excuse me? They
Hello?
were so weak. Wow, that's unbelievable. Like, Dro caught a pipe as well, so he was just sitting in a corner crying. Sometimes they're going to spare you, I guess. Tiger's in. Oh, that's classy, sorry. Just jumps around. That works out really well for him. There we go. Counter aggression, not quite as effective. And now, maybe, like I said, they're going to try and see if they can get all the way in here. They definitely feel tempted by it, I think. But yeah, decide not to.
I do apologise, Bida. I've been joined by my stepson. So I'm just having a quick conversation with him, if that's alright.
Yeah, alright. We have a Classy in super deep right now. He's in on right side. There's the sentry gun that actually manages to actually just take that down. They are trying to threatening the point. Look how deep Domo is. Actually gonna surf out. That's pretty amazing by him. But here comes the Uber pop out. Patchouli has gone down. Scout is gonna plus forward into Delhi. That means no stinkies on the point. They're actually just going for the kills, it looks like. And Classy, yeah, eventually everyone just gets cleaned up here from the front. No! Medic's on it! Saves it! Patchouli with the double kill! Saves last. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. It's actually nuts.
Oh, I think Jack, my son, thought that was going to be a round.
Oh man, the young crowd goes wild.
Yeah, the young crowd goes wild. Right now, they are holding on to last. They are in a decent position. They've got their Uber advantage, so they need to handle this Ascent push in, and they can't. They have actually managed to pick up Pappy. There's a lot of damage going their way though, and they are cleaning Ascent up.
Yeah, they were so close to actually dying there, but Ascent not able to follow up on it, and this should be an easy push at its Uber advantage, its man advantage. And look how actually slow the Frenchies are. They're actually just going to go straight to mid, so that's why they're so slow on second. They're just kind of bypassing that. Probably gets stuff there, so he's not going to be able to get onto the medic, but they managed to get Raph instead, who was sort of isolated on the flank. And there is a Tiger Scout behind. Actually, Patch accidentally just perfectly dodges Tiger there. That's some next level Spidey senses coming out from him, but eventually the force is inevitable, and now he's going to be left with his full Uber advantage.
And because of that, Ascent are in a great position to push in. With Delhi down, only just coming up now, they don't have to worry about collapsing onto them, getting onto Nebo, using this Uber to go in. Duo, trapped in, is going to go down, and as this happens, they've got so much time on the point. Is it going to be another round for Ascent? There is no chance of them holding that back, and that's going to be 2-0 to Ascent. 9 minutes left, not a round on the board. Sorry, 19 minutes left.
Yeah, that was like just once again, once Ascent managed to build up this momentum, they're just extremely good at riding that into a round win. So it's just it's simple for the Frenchies. Just don't lose players and then try to compensate for it. It's so simple. But yeah, let's see if they can actually win this second mid and make you a correct person.
Hopefully, as they are kind of surrounded right now. Duo hasn't really got much of an opportunity. He bombs in, looking to push them out, and
yeah, actually super aggressive forward there by Domo, just takes them down with some pipes. And a second pipe as well there onto karnax. This mid is definitely turning in favor of Ascent. Delhi's not going to be able to escape as well. Medic tries to save him, but he will get taken down as well. And that is a perfect mid coming out from Ascent. They're mad that they lost the last one, I guess, because they just absolutely murdered that. And oh, actually, Patchouli was trying to retreat to the enemy last. So he was just caught on the wrong side of the map, and that's very unfortunate. Look how fast Ascent are just pushing forward now. And there's a sniper here on karnax. Like, as long as he doesn't get a pick, yeah, he actually does get Tiger, so that's nice. Demo Man, however, goes in here. So this should still be advances Ascent, but they're actually losing a ton of players. Maybe that snipe was just enough. Scout on the point, but gets taken out by the Pyro. Delhi with the pipes, with the 4K on last, chases down Seeds as well. Man, Delhi has just been popping off in this map so far. I'm loving it, and that was a really nice lasso. I feel like that was probably the first time that Ascent actually managed to not be able to get this last push with a full Uber advantage. Tiger's in spawn, but that's being stickied off right now. Delhi, he sees this coming. But hey, maybe if he's not paying attention, he can still just fall victim to this opening door.
Maybe, as right now, a lot of damage actually going on to Ascent. Pappy's super low as well, so it's looking like the French team are doing a lot better as they push forward, but they are starting to get collapsed upon now. But they've managed to clean up some players here, and they are going to be pushing forward with this 100% Uber ad. With Seeds being down as well, they've got a great opportunity to go forwards.
Yeah, he's going to get this second point for sure. They have this full Uber advantage. Classy is on Sniper, but, you know, he's just way back there. It's very unlikely that he's actually going to get a medic pick coming in from this. And now, all of a sudden, this could be a heartbreaker round for them. You know, Ascent going in onto last with full Uber advantage, failing that, and now they're being pushed into their own last with a full Uber disad. So how the turntables. As we got this top left push.
Yeah, and actually they're looking pretty solid in this. They're going to be able to get that sentry gun down very, very quickly. Now Delhi just needs to deny all of these Ascent players coming out right, but he's not able to do it as much as they are collapsing back in. Delhi now getting pressured. It's going to go down. And they're never sleeking away. They've actually got the wire in the background.
Medic.
Oh,
my God.
No. That was so close.
Dwo almost saved that for his team. That was kind of crazy. He just went off on his own to try and buy time for his medic to get out of there. But once again, this last push, it's very difficult. You need to like close distance so quickly from one side to the other in order for it to work. And Rap, he's hiding forward here, trying to see if he can catch someone out. Okay, they've spotted him for sure. They didn't go the way he predicted, I think. And now Ascent, they're going to try and see if they can make their way in onto this mid with a super advantage.
Yeah, and Domo in so deep. Oh no! Missing all the rest of it. Just hit him.
Hey.
There we go. As Delhi actually goes down to Classy whilst this happening, but Nevo gets clean up onto Captain. He looks like he might want to be coming in. It's kind of scary. There's a lot of blue players in front, and he dies as a result.
Yeah, stick with a nail through it if you can't hit anything else. Always works. So great Uber there. That's exactly what you want when you have this Uber advantage. Is actually going to be a jump in here, maybe? Oh, it doesn't quite make it in there, Duo. I think he got kind of bumped in there in by a soldier, so that didn't work out. And now this second point, it's going to fall for sure. Tiger's very aggressive, almost goes down. It would be quite the detriment to his team if he dies here, because they want to move in onto last with an Uber advantage. And man, that's like the third Uber push into last with an advantage in a row in a very short amount of time that we're going to witness here, Grumpy.
Yeah, they have to really try to hold on to this last as securely as possible, but Domo's already getting them down. He needs to now try and rotate, or his team needs to deny the push out. And Jawoid's actually got some frags, as well as karnax being out. It's going to be able to push him out. That's, if they keep hold of this, I don't necessarily yet. Okay, no sort of, I'm afraid of the Ascent repush. The Ascent repush is so strong, so they have to be careful with that, but they got Tiger, and he's kind of a key player on those repushes, so they've actually held on to that really, really well.
Yeah, Teeth definitely came out of that whole threat right there. And looked like they're going to try and go through bottom, but there was a soldier just spamming it out, so they decided to go up through Toxic instead. And it's going to get hit by a nice little pipe that you're just spamming out, and they're going to actually end up just popping through. And Teeth was just so far out that this is not quite going to be quite as fruitful as I think the Frenchies were hoping. They might be able to catch down some players in here, but no. All of a sudden there's the Uber. Not what a save there once again from Seeds. Just barely managing to flash his soldier in time before he dies. And that's going to be a huge advantage for Ascent here as they're going on to second.
And really, it's going to be scary for the French team. And they're actually going to be going in, trying to get out Happy and going to kill him. But doing so creates such a huge opportunity for Ascent to actually get in. They're trying to deal with karnax, who does get cleaned up in the end. And only losing Pappy in that push into second. They're going to be very, very strong. And they're probably going to do this right. They've got the numbers to do so. And they're actually going to send Domo in. Domo deals a lot of damage onto Raph, and is now just trying to push them back. Never is actually going to go down, and that's going to be 3-0.
Yeah, they realized Demo wasn't there in time, and they just parked 2 scouts and a medic on the point, and they eventually managed to get it. It took a while, but looks like the dry push is the answer. Just go in with a man advantage and no Ubers in sight, and you can actually go in there. It really helps them when there's no sentry gun and heavy to really take it out there. So I'm not saying we should ban those classes, but it would be a lot more fun and easy to push in onto last if those classes didn't exist, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. And right now on this mid, looking at the French team, they've got a lot of high ground, and this Domo's actually going to go down, so there's a lot of pressure. I'm going to be right. They're backing out. That's the second mid for the French team.
You're witnessing history. Grumpy made a correct prediction, everybody.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Match is not over. They could get more and you'd still be wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Hold up.
Oh
No,
my god, this pressure from the French is great.
Yeah, they're actually like giving Ascent a taste of their own medicine and not holding back, and they pushed in so nicely, grouped them up near that forklift and cleaned them out. And now they need to put the pressure on. They're actually going to be
This is a
forced.
questionable Uber.
Yeah.
Do manage to catch out Patch though, so that's really important. This soldier might not be able to get out. He is going to be able to get out. That's really
Captain.
crucial.
Of course. It's Captain.
But Poppy jumped in to try and save him, and he just gets taken down. So now all of a sudden, this driver is actually looking to be favoring the Frenchies. Class is going to get a soldier there, and now here comes the heavy, and now the push is dead. Again, not saying we should ban the class, but you know.
I mean, there are ways to play around it. You know, if it was completely broken, there wouldn't be ways to play around it, but there is ways to play around a heavy on last. Called focusing him. You know, you need to clean him out as soon as possible. He is a damage sponge, but you can take him out.
Yeah, like it's really simple. You just need to have 5 players, and the heavy is not that scary. Like it's really easy, actually.
You just shoot him. Forehead.
I'm just letting
Just shoot
the heavy salt just leak out of my body right now, entering
okay?
mainly through my mouth.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, this is how salt works. Sort of jumped in very aggressive. There's no sentry to deny jumpers right now, so this is actually a good time to go in. And Demo goes down to karnax. This is such good pressure.
Oh, Deli with the pipes!
Deli pipes. He's been so good with his pipes so far. Scout's going to go on to the point, and they get the Uber Force out, and Deli, again, denies his stuff with these pipes. Now the Uber definitely favors them. It's so much longer, Grumpy.
They're gonna get around here, but just put players on point. Stop fighting the Ascent roster, because they will win!
We jinxed it. We jinxed it!
Karnax, what are you doing, bro?
Oh, it's perfect.
It's perfect!
You could have actually waited, but why not kill the Demo while you're at it?
There's too many. You can't do it alone.
Yeah. Oh well, he still managed to put a big old pause on that repush right there. Like, second point was about to fall 100%, and that just went to 0. So actually, really great job there by Karnax. I kind of wonder what would happen if he would have just let the Demo Man pass and go for the back cap. There was a spawner coming out, but hey, things could be different. Things to think about, but overall, still great play from Karnax. And we actually have the defensive sniper coming out here. See if they can move Classy forward and see if we can get some cheeky ankles going.
We will see as it's actually Classy picking up sniper instead of Tiger, because the Tiger is picking out that engineer, Uncle Dane, but gets Deli. That's perfect. That's exactly the pick you want. That's
Can't suicide in if you're dead and have a bullet in your skull. Easy.
And with Deli down, they can put so much pressure, and they're looking to get Classy into maybe getting on to Patch. It's
Captain! Wow, Captain could have jumped there, but he decided not to. Not sure what he saw that made him decide that it wasn't worth it, but he had like a really easy wall jump, and actually they're just gonna Uber in right now. And Seeds just sits on it, milks it like a prize cow. That Uber is still there on Seeds.
Yeah, and they're going to use it. But Beta, Patch is out. This is not too bad. I feel like there are
Dwo's in a corner as well.
Oh no!
Oh, he got spotted.
Oh, but he's trying to get onto Domo. Domo's gone live. That Karnax is in behind as well, so there's a lot of French players all over the shop. Dwo does go down. Only 16 HP. Yeah, he gets cleaned up by Tiger on the NG. And Tiger hadn't even left of NG. Like, he just kept that sentry on last. Didn't want to let any sort of back cap shenanigans happen. Now he should be swapping out and joining the rest of his team.
Yeah, Engineer's a bit too slow to actually just perma-run. You don't want to sit there just whacking away at your sentries when your team's like trying to push in on mid. So yeah, switches out. Patch has a small advantage still. And, you know, Demo Man is holding pretty close. So they could go for that, but Dwo actually just went in for the suicide right now, and that definitely looks like a team that doesn't want to use their advantage. Neighbor's going to go in as well. It's been so aggressive. Everyone's just going down. Seeds actually dies to Deli, though. The Deli Pipes continues to just take control of this this map. Oh my god, look at this. Like, this was so bad except for the Deli Pipes.
Yeah, no, it's not good as Karnax goes down.
Oh, Patch.
Patch?
I was just Giga Brain Captain right there.
I think if Patch just stayed there,
Well, then
He
what?
might-
Then it would have just been behind lines.
yeah, but he might have killed Domo. Like if
Yeah.
Domo walked past, I don't know.
I don't think he realized Domo was there. I think he was trying to run out through lower, you know. So yeah, he just wanted to do that as quickly as possible because otherwise you just get caught on the enemy side. So dying quickly there is definitely preferable in those situations. But he's going to be on a small Uber advantage right now, and I kind of want to see what the best place to push from is. Usually, I'd say either lower if you want to not get forced immediately. Like that's the way you push with an Uber advantage, or you can just go through upper through the lobby. And it looks like right now they're positioned to go through the lobby, and that can be kind of fun as well. They've sent Poppy through to just kind of clear out the area. There's a sortie behind lines, but Tiger's just going to take a 1v1 with him and take him out. And actually, both Raph and Dwo have been taken down. So this second point is not looking very holdable, because if you want to hold that, you need to be outside of that like death choke in the boiler or the shutter door. If you haven't made it through those, there's just no way you're ever going to get out there. So we're going to be on this last point. We have seen Ascent struggle to get some of these pushes out, but we'll see how they approach this.
Really, right now, losing captain, not the greatest. They've got, they're quite comfortable. They lost Pappy as well. It almost feels like they're using their soldiers to bait in, to push out with their scouts and try and push in. Because right now, look, they're all focusing classy. Oh, they're not going to come in with
the
that.
back cap, Tiger snuck his way in.
Yeah.
He's just waiting. There we
Yeah.
go. Perfect.
I swear I saw a blue player go behind. Just pure distraction there. Like they were just focusing all on classy then. The Tiger could just walk straight in.
Yeah. And he just didn't shoot anyone. He even waited a bit to make sure that everyone was actually farther away from the point. He could have just run straight to the point. We actually gave it an extra second or two. I really love when you can see players like Brain just working like that. So 4-0 here for Ascent. 5 minutes remaining. This is all but over, but we still need to see whether or not Grumpy could predict the right around the mid wins here.
Well, no, stop. Why am I? That's such a bias. Like, stop, Cap. No, don't make me wrong. No, Captain. Woo!
Oh
Raph,
boy.
well, Raph trades with him.
Yeah, Neighbor's also behind lines. I don't think Tiger has spotted. Oh, okay, he did kind of spot him. Just two-shot him. No biggie. He was moving around. This is a good time to mention just the general tip. Always move around as a scout. Like, even if you think there's no way anyone's behind you, just keep moving, man. Like, there could be a spy, there could be a scout behind you. You never know. And if you're just moving around erratically, you can't get two-shot as easily. I'm just gonna spread
Same
that
with Med.
gospel.
Same with Med, always move.
Absolutely.
And in that situation, Tiger actually does go down to Raph, and now Raph's going in to deal some more damage. A lot of aggression out of Nevo and Raph there, and they push them out into second near Forklift. They don't want to lose this round. They just, the thing with how Ascent are playing this is they are just wanting the French team to push a little bit too far forward. Pull their players a little bit too far. They get Delhi. Exactly how Ascent want to play this last push now. They've got Nevo. They're just cleaning the players that are too far forward. Now Raph's come in. They're going to try and clean up Raph. They do lose Classy, but Tiger uses that opportunity to go in. He's 1v1 in Duo. He gets that. He's got so much time on point. No one on Karnax even turns to look at him. And that's pretty much a definition of the entire match.
Yeah, just dominant from Ascent. There was no doubt about this ever. And they are looking very strong going into this grand final against Nerd Rage, which will be a best of 5. The Frenchies, they're going to go up against 6 in the consolation finals, which, Sandblast willing, will happen.
Well, I feel like most of Ascent went man mode there. Do you also know what else is man mode? Manco.store. They are the sponsors, along with Criticast, that put the keys up for this event. Don't forget, guys, that it's September on Twitch right now. So if you've got that Prime Gaming subscription, knock us a follow. Keep these events going. And yeah, just follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord. And we've obviously got our merch as well. Have you seen the merch? Beta? Have you had a gander? Have you seen the face mask?
Yeah, that's the only thing I saw. That's the only thing I care about. The face
Yeah,
mask.
the face mask. Keep yourself safe whilst showing off your favorite game and your favorite community.